What's up, Sportman family? It's your boy Sparkman, and welcome back to another Market Watch. First up on the docket is, yes, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, the alternate art quarter century secret rare from Rarity Collection number 2 is starting to escalate in price. And it was once at $22 if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, only $22 only a few weeks ago. Now it's starting to see price escalate towards $30 and beyond. So be prepared for this one to continue to increase in price. As again, yes, as we know, this one is a staple, not in every single deck, but in certain decks, that is. And once it starts to see play more, we start to see the escalation price increase. And with it being a quarter century secret rare, it's no surprise to this one that it would increase in price as well. Now, something we have to also talk about is OTS Tournament Pack 26. Now, we know that OTS Tournament Packs have not been highly regarded these past few months, as the de-escalation of prices has been, well, very much there. And, once was a very prominent thing here in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the community, that getting your OTS pack and ripping them open to get a really highly regarded card and highly priced card is not really there anymore. We're starting to see people not really get as hyped as they once were. Now, with that being said, this OTS Tournament Pack 26 was actually a really good OTS Tournament Pack. We had some pretty good super rares, and we had some pretty good ultimate rares, that being FAMU Bell, Bellstar, and even Voiceless Voice. These are actually 3 highly regarded ultimate rares, obviously so. But with that being said, the prices do not emulate that really highly regarded cards of this established, that is, in the meta as well. But with that being said, also we've started to see FAMU belt prices go down in the secret pile and almost emulating this ultimate rare, which is kind of weird in my regard, because usually it's supposed to double in price, right? Because when you have an ultimate rare, which is supposed to be even more high rarity than a secret rare, you expect that price point to be way higher than it is right now at $35. And again, very surprising. Can I see this one going further down? Actually, I do. I could actually see this one going towards $25, $26. And that's a shame to say that, right? FAMU Bell being a very, like I said, really cool card, a collection pickup for a lot of players of the older generation. Even though it's a newer card, again, still a collection pickup nonetheless because it has Yubel in its name, but also a card that also was very meta worthy the past few weeks. But again, shift in regard with the new set coming out, power creep starting to happen, and other decks starting to take its place. We start to see other decks that was, well, once really high up there start to decrease in value and decrease in the tier as well of where they once were. So again, obviously, so it's hard to see some of these cards and some of these card prices really be as low as they are. But FAMU Bell seems as though it can continue to go down. Bellstar actually being kind of double the price of what the secret is right now from the tins. But keep in mind, everybody, that this ultimate rare is also going to see a lot of reprints here in the Rare Collection number 3, or what it is, Bonanza. We're seeing that one going to be in that set as well. Voiceless Voice is just another card that I do see a very prominent regard for. It could go up in price, could go down. We'll see where it lies in the next few days, even weeks. But again, ultimate rares in OTS packs have not been highly regarded these past few months. So we'll see where things go, especially for this OTS Tournament Pack 26, which again, I've had high hopes for, because I think that they've done a really good job in terms of bringing in some cool meta cards, but also the super rares have been really cool. And I mean, yes, they're not very highly priced, obviously, as well, but better price, so that is, than other OTS packs in the past that we're seeing even prices as low as 50 cents and below for a lot of these super rares, which again, a lot of these super rares in general are actually pretty decent for the most part. Getting some upgraded in your water decks, for example. A lot of people were saying, why is Ancient Gear Frame here? Why is it not the other Ancient Gear card that's like $20 right now? Hey, we can't always get what we want, but with that being said, it probably would have been nice to add that into this one, especially making it a little bit more prominent to actually go out and try to get this OTS Tournament Pack 26 as well, and pulling that super would have been nice. But like I said, you can only ask for so much. I think they did a decent job with it. It could have been better, but you do have Samurai Destroy in here. You do have Thangan Summoning, so they did give us a little bit more than they probably should have. But hopefully we continue to see some more stuff like this moving forward with OTS Tournament Pack 26, and maybe even us getting a little bit more excited to actually get these packs, because I have seen it that a lot of people in locals, yeah, they get it, they rip it, they get ultimate, they're not as excited as they used to be. Hopefully that excitement does to start to creep back into the community as well. Another card that I just want to keep your eye on as well, has been increasing in price, is of course the Soundgrade Raging Phoenix. This card is probably the only card that's really worth any value from this legendary Duelist Soul Burning Volcano at this point. Obviously you have the Ghost Rare, that'll always be worth something, but everything else in this set is pretty much, if anything, garbage. I always say, what is other people's garbage is probably going to be your treasure. So also just keep in mind that there are a lot of low prices here, and maybe in the future some of these card prices could go up. So might as well pick them up while they're low in price. I always say penny change and penny stocks is always a really good opportunity to actually get some more money in your favor and the profits and long-term value of things. That being Salmon Great Raging Phoenix, while it's on at its peak and high price right now, I would consider moving it as well. Another thing to consider is Splash Mage. We're talking about ghosts from the past, because some of these ghosts from past cards, sometimes you kind of get rid of them. You turn them into your locals for like $20. You turn in like super rares and commons for like 1,000 commons, 1,000 super rares, whatever it is, and you get $20 for it. Sometimes it's good to keep some of those cards because they might end up increasing in price. And we're starting to see this one here with Splash Mage as well. So keep in mind, sometimes I know things might look like 50 cents to 25 cents, and you might as well get what you can for them at your locals, giving them all your commons, all your super rares. But sometimes it's good to keep those things because, again, you wait for these opportunities for them to increase in price. As we can see here, this one's starting to increase in price as well from the original Ghost from the Past, Meteor, Black Comet Dragon. So again, what is another person's garbage is another man's treasure, and I always say that because it's an opportunity for you to actually get some money in the long run as well if you keep it safe, if you keep it in a place you can find this. That's why organizing your cards is always so important, because stuff like this, even Orchestrated Return is a very important card as well, because we're getting Orchid support, so this one's starting to go up as well. So something to keep in mind moving forward if you are having a lot of cards stocked up in maybe like a tin or a box, or just laying down on the ground. Start trying to get organized with your stuff, everybody, because this is opportunities for yourself to grab certain cards from older sets, and sets that are not even that old, but cards from even like 2 sets ago, to start putting them and organizing them, so that way when they do see an increase in price, you'll be the first person that they'll go to, because you'll have it available to you to not give away, but to sell. Another thing to consider, everybody, is, of course, we're getting the Blue Eyes structure deck. So all the Blue Eyes cards are going up. We talked about it a few market watches ago, a few weeks ago, and that it was time to buy Blue Eyes cards. And yes, well, look at this. The maximum gold is starting to go up. Like I said, a lot of the Blue Eyes cards in general, depending on the artwork you like, will start to go up. And I would say probably every artwork is probably going up right now. And there'll be no surprise with this one as well, as we do have the Dark Side Dimension version going up as well from the movie. So all things are going really great right now in the positive direction for Blue Eyes cards, and just the Seto Kaiba hype right now. So we'll see what happens as the future continues to be on the positive outlook for the Blue Eyes community, and people wanting to build this deck in the future, as well as it does look like a really, really fun and competitive deck that is. The Bunk is a card that's also going up, and this one being an older card is no surprise. Well, it's low on listings at 15 listings, and it hasn't gotten a reprint in a while. But considering so that even the common is at $3, that's something to consider, and really be eye-opening as well to a lot of people, that this one could be getting a reprint anytime now. So just be aware of this, as well as if you do want to sell it while it's on its way up, I would definitely consider doing so, especially if you have it in your binder laying around. It's high up there in price. Always good to consider moving some stuff, because obviously they're printing a lot of nostalgic things here from the past, so you never know what they might reprint, and Debunk might be on the list, so just be aware of those things moving forward. Okay, Six Samurai cards are starting to go up in price, as we already know this, but there's even more Six Samurai support coming in the future, as we were told not too long ago as well. So, with that being said, with the prices already increasing for Kizaru, Hatsume, Shien, the Ultimate Rare, even United and Cunning, they're going to be continuously increasing in prices for these cards. The set system has continuously go up from $7 now to $9 in the market price. So, we're going to continue to see these cards continuously go up. So just be aware of that moving forward. If you haven't already bought into your Six Samurai deck and core, that if you really want to play the deck, I would have hopefully bought in months ago, as we talked about Six Samurai making an appearance. But if you didn't already, now might be the time, because the escalation price will continuously go up for this archetype, and with it being a fan favorite, don't depend on it going down anytime soon as well. Orcus cards are getting some support as well, so Orcus cards are going up, so just be aware of that as well. We talked about a lot of these cards just being really crazy in price, and again, even the Core Center Secret, the Orcus Heart Power, going from all the way from $25 to now where it is at $134 is absolutely insane. So if you have some of these cards laying around and you're not using them, you want to get rid of them, time to sell them while it's on its peak and it's at its hype right now and people want to buy into it. Definitely would consider moving if you definitely are not playing the deck. Dimension Shifter. We're moving towards a more Dimension Shifter type of feel, I feel, like in the next few weeks or even months with the new sets coming out. So just be aware that Dimension Shifter will probably continuously increase in price as well, and people will be playing this card a little bit more than they should. So you see the price point right now at $40. Expect this to go towards $50 and even $60 in the next few months, because again, it's one of the more staple cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! It is a Core Century Secret Rare. It is a very shiny looking card, so people are going to want to, well, draw themselves into this card as well. So just be aware of that moving forward. That buying Dimension Shifter while it's at $40, if you haven't already bought it when it was at $29, $28 even, I would consider doing so as well, as we continuously will see this card to increase in price as well. And just talking about the tins just a little bit before we end Market Watch, I started to see Blue Eyes White Dragon Core Century Secret Rare go down. If I were you, I would start to look towards that direction, because this one will probably go up in a matter of time. $24, not bad. It was once at $30, $33 even. So start to look towards this direction. Dark Mission Girl alternate artwork has gone down. It was around $30 not too long ago. Now it's around $20. So keep that in mind. Emblema Oath is going up. We talked about it in the last Market Watch. It's starting to go up. Centurion Paramera, it was around $11, $10. Now we're at $12, $13. So a lot of these cards are starting to either increase or decrease in price depending on the time and where people are trying to, well, kind of buy into them or not, and also depending on the listings as well. So if there's more listings, things start to go down in price, right? 76 listings, 116, so things are starting to go down. While as 25 listings, things are starting to go up in price. For example, Wanted, for example, 7 listings for Emblema Oath, things are going up in that direction. So once the listings go down, we always talk about it, the correlation is there. If listings are down, prices go up. If listings are up, prices usually are going to go down. So and depending on the card as well, we have to also talk about depending on what the card is. If it's a meta card, well, then it depends, right? Even if the listings are high, it's still probably going to be high depending on what the card does, and if it's a very well-established card here in the meta as well. But that's about it for Market Watch. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything I missed, make sure to leave in the comment section down below. We'll cover it in the next Market Watch. But from yours truly, Sparkman, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.